Performance today.
We played pretty well. We're playing against a really good team who have quite rightly where they are in the league. Real intensity in their game, loads of threats. We've seen them all season. They're a running team. I said whether we matched them or not, but we played our football. We had more of a style about us. It felt more like a Chelsea team at home. I think the players have, to be fair, lacked confidence at home for a while. And that doesn't turn instantly. We have to work towards that. And I keep saying the similar things always since I've been in, that standards, push in training, how we train will reflect how we play. And today was a performance where you look at it and go, yeah, you can see some bits there. You can see more sharpness in the team. Clinical in front of goal, no. So it's a game for us to win on another day. But in terms of performance, I'm pretty happy.
I know we've spoken about some of the younger players before, but Lewis again looked good. Nonny on the wing as well looked quite sharp today, didn't he?
Yeah, I thought Lewis very good. 3 games. There's things he can improve, but he's a really, really good player, and I'm pleased to see him. We've been missing Chile and Mark now for a while, so Nonny good. Carney came in and I think looks bright. He did well against Manchester United as well, I thought. So there's certainly room. There's a high ceiling for those players to improve, which is a sign for optimism. But they need to understand it themselves now. And I've spoken to all of those individuals that you mentioned there about what they need to do work-wise, because I get it. And then they can be big players for the club.
With that in mind, how positive are you feeling with this group as a collective moving forward, looking ahead to next season now?
Well, it's difficult to say. I don't want to be too positive because this season is a reality. I don't want to be negative because I think coming away now for a month, everyone getting away, starting again, fresh manager, fresh idea, hard work. That's where I feel like I've found this the most challenging, is I've been able to come in and you can't have a pre-season or even a period where you can really force things that you want to do. An interim manager's job is not that. So I think all those things are pluses. How quickly we get there remains to be seen. And I think there's some work to do with the squad. Some players may move on, whether it's for them or for the club, whatever, and then the squad might look tighter, and maybe some players will come in. Of course, these are none of my decisions now, but a team like Chelsea always wants to improve, and of course at this point we have to.
With that in mind, it was an emotional afternoon, wasn't it? You could see that with some of the players that were coming off towards the end there.
Yeah, and I think that's been a difficult thing for me in this job, because it's clear that there are some players that maybe come to the end of their time for different reasons, and some players that have been here and given a lot. Emotionally and invested. I mean, Aspie's a clear, obvious one, because he's lifted every cup and dropped every bit of sweat he can for this club. That's why he gets the appreciation. But I don't know the futures of them all, so I won't get stuck on anybody. But if the players that move on that have given a lot to this club, then that's great. Some players maybe need to move on for the team to improve in reality, and maybe for their own careers to go in a different way. And that's obviously the decisions that we take on over the next month or so.
Finally, Frank, what's your overriding emotion as you reach the end of this period?
Well, listen, I'm very proud to coach and manage this club in whatever circumstances, and I knew it would be challenging. It's probably been more challenging behind the scenes for me than what I expected, and I was quite open about it. I wasn't sure what I was coming into. Results clearly meant that something was off, and there are things that have been off. So I've tried to affect anything I can. But I'm proud. I don't like losing games. We've lost too many games, but at the same time, I love going to Cobham. I love representing this club. And now I've done it, and Chelsea fans know I'll always be supporting from afar because of this attachment I have. This club changed my life when I was 22 years old, so that's forever with me.